It's an outstanding win. It's always great to get that first win behind you. And you look at it just improvement-wise, just improvement. We need to make it just the penalties. We had 3 procedural penalties on offense and then had some during the kicking game. But just look at us offensively. Teddy, 5 touchdowns today. Copeland had some big catches. And then Kai Dela Cruz, I almost said the mean guys, but Kai Dela Cruz, and I told him it's that number change, but Kai's had an outstanding camp. And I told him during fall camp, I said, you made the biggest improvement of any wide receiver on this football team, and you're going to have you're going to get a chance to play and get a lot of opportunities, a lot of balls going to be thrown to you. And then you look at the catch by Devontae Parker. Running backs ran hard. Offensive line did a great job of blocking, protecting the quarterback, and opening up holes for our running game. And then defensively, we had a shutout going there until we put the second unit in. They were able to take the ball down and go score. But just great how we just were able to just maintain our gaps and go stop the run and make it one-dimensional for their offense. But just overall, just really happy, very pleased. We have a short week now. Going to give them the day off, and then we're going to go get ready for Eastern Kentucky.
615 yards and 13 for 16 on third down conversions. Were you pleased with this effort today?
Oh, very pleased. 613 yards, very much. But you know, you look at it, we had some procedure calls that stopped some of those drives, and that's what we got to do a better job of. But very happy about the way our offense played.
What's different with Kai now than maybe last year? Is it confidence? What did he do that's different now?
I think just his maturity level, and I think with Kai, he just finally just grew up and just started realizing that he's going to do things our way. Always had the ability. If you ever just watch his skill, guys always talk about this coach. Go watch him on the basketball court, just how well he can play. But it was just fun to watch.
So it's not a hair thing?
Oh no, it's not. It's not that red hair.
Kai talked about Teddy being an offensive coordinator on the field. Would you talk about that? What Teddy was doing today? It just seemed like he was picking on Parker.
Well, the thing Teddy does is he studies the game, and even with the receivers, they'll tell him, you know, hey guys, I'm gonna come back to you. We'll make a call, why to give a call. Then he does a great job of just checking, just taking what the defense gives him, and it was just fun to watch. The one throw that he made there that 7 missed, and I told him he calls his drop. Remember, he had he was perfect, and then I told Cope, I said, Cope, you can't let a man drop the ball. Then the one interception he threw, the receiver should have went underneath the guy, and he threw it underneath where he should have been, and the play went over the top. But it was just fun to watch Teddy. It's amazing just how he continues to develop and just get better and better.
199 yards rushing, the line held up well.
Offensive line, we did a great job of opening up holes. Backs ran hard. You know, when you can play the running backs that we play with Sonoris, with Dominique, with Dyer having a big run, and then you come back with Corbin and Radcliffe, 5 running backs, and we were able to get the rush yards.
What questions were answered for your team today?
Well, we said just one game into it, you still have a lot of questions. You look at the opponent, and you felt like we played well, we could go dominate that opponent. But we still have a ways to go. We can improve it just with penalty-wise. We can improve on defense. You know, we give them a throw there. We's in cover 2 and cornerbacks out and gets a third down conversion. But just looking at it, I just know this. We still have a ways to go.
Charlie, you've talked about this team growing in maturity as opposed to last year. Would last year's team been able to withstand this lead without getting complacent? And this did seem like that was a problem today.
Well, we talked about it at halftime. I said, guys, now that we've become a football team, we'll go out here and finish this team, and we will not go out and just kind of slop around on the field and then start making mistakes and just where we take our focus away from the game. That's what we couldn't do. And today we were able to just maintain our focus. Guys continue to go play well.
Was there a moment, Charlie, when you said, you know what, we came with the right mindset, we came with the right attitude?
I felt like that last night when we were just in the hotel and guys just sitting around. We was watching everyone else playing. And usually, like last season, they would have got really into the games and watching like the Clemson, Georgia game or the LSU or TCU game. But, you know, our guys kind of just watching and saying when it was time to go meet, we met, then they went to bed. But, you know, last year they would be like ooh and awed, but they just, you know, they have that mindset now that, you know, we have a good football team too.
Talked about the play of Burgess.
Burgess, the thing about Burgess, we keep him covered up. He's very athletic. He can run and has the skill to go hit the ball. But Preston also played well, and both our backers played outstanding.
Defensively, out of your first unit defense, was that about as good of an effort as you've had since you've been here?
Yeah, it was really great because just going into, you look at the running back, Bo had, 1,600 yards rushing last year, and the quarterback just running the zone read play would hurt you outside. But we knew we had to just stay in our gaps, and we just wanted to just try to give them different looks and just make sure that we just get penetration, the guys would get in the backfield. But it does. It was fun watching when you look at Brandon down the 5-line controlling inside, and then you look at Smith and Malden outside, and then you were able to come back with Mount and the post inside also. But we were able to just stop the run and then make them throw the ball.
When did you know that Malden was going to be able to play?
Probably did an accident, no. Well, I really did. Like I said, our medical staff just did a great job of getting back for us. But he was one of those guys, he kept saying, even when we were in the emergency room, he said, Coach, I'm going to play the game now, I'm going to play the game. I said, well, we'll just wait and see.
Talk about Tyler for a second, it just seemed like he got loose with a touchdown run. He's really fast.
Tyler, well, you look at a back that rushed for 2,000 yards in the Southeastern Conference, in a conference that can stop the run, does a really good job of stopping the run. And but just to watch him have an explosion play was good for him. It's just good for his confidence, and it's also good for our team because you just saw how they all ran up when he scored that run. It's a good feeling when you've been out of football for that long, for a year, and then you have to battle what he's been battling, and then go have a big run.
Given what you guys have in play here with your ranking with Teddy as a potential Heisman candidate, what kind of difficulty will it be to figure out how long you play guys and that sort of thing?
Just keep them in the game, play them within the game. What I told our staff is that we're going to try to play as long as we let's play these guys, and then once the game get out of hand, then we'll start subbing players in. But I think that we made our change. We played 3 quarters, and then we just made a wholesale change during the 4th quarter. But we will continue to play our players, and then just that, because we have to improve. We still have to get better.
What are you thinking, Charlie, when Teddy takes a sack and you're leading to are you flirting with danger there?
No, I wasn't thinking danger. We turned the guy loose. Actually, they run a stunt game outside. The end came under, and the guard missed the end coming under. But I mean, if he blocks him, we're going to get another score because the guy's running wide open. So I wasn't. And then Teddy's smart. I mean, he's going to get hit sometimes. If it wasn't then, he's been another time.
Charlie, I know you said there's room for improvement, but is this maybe as complete a game as you guys have played since you've been here?
Well, you would think, yeah, because I don't know if we had a score like that. I think we played, Memphis our first year here and had a big score like that. But we can still improve. Like I said, the penalties is what really hurt us, and that's you don't want to get sloppy. You want guys to continue this, just not make foolish penalties.
Charlie, they lost the cornerback in midweek. How much were you able to exploit that?
We're going to have our throwing game, and you just don't like focus in on a player because with our throwing game, we're going to, because a lot of the throws that Teddy made, they were inside throws and corners, but we don't just lock in and say, hey, they're missing this corner, we got to go attack that side of the field.
Charlie, feeling that this offense can have many more games like this, like 49 isn't going to be kind of an anomaly?
Well, we have a lot of weapons on offense, and we can move the ball. You have a quarterback, an outstanding quarterback. You have a set of receivers that are really good. When you look at Devontae, Cope, to Eli, to Robert Clark making a catch there, and then you look at Dela Cruz. Then you look at the tight end position early. We threw the ball out to Gerald Chris, and he made a couple of catches. But then, and then you look at the running backs. In our offensive line, we have a good core on our offense, and we can move the football, especially when you have the right guy taking that snap.
Will Gardner looked really good.
Will Gardner is the thing. Of any player from spring to fall, Will Gardner probably made the biggest improvement. And he's big, he's physical, he's strong, can really throw the football. And the thing he did this summer, he stayed here and he learned the game. He learned the game, and he didn't know it in the spring. He was just kind of going through the motion. But it was just fun to watch him bounce back. It was fun to watch him play today. I was excited to see him when I told Watt to say, hey, let's take Teddy out, let's give Will a chance to just see what he does.
I know you've talked about it before, but how nice was it to see Michael Lee Harris out on the field taking actual snaps?
Well, it's all about confidence with Michael Lee right now, and then he got a chance to make a catch and get hit. But it's still that each week we're just going to have to get him in and just get him into the flow of the game.
James Burgess, you led the team in tackles today. Going through fall camp and all that, could you tell that he was a guy who had a nose for making stops?
Burgess, well, he's a linebacker, and I tell our backers all the time, they should be the leader of the defense. They should lead us in tackles always. The linebacker should lead the defense in tackles, whether it's Burgess or Brown, Preston, or Durant. One of those guys should lead us in tackles.
All right, guys, good.
All right, thank you.